guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and welcome to another episode of The Grind. This is just a kind of a mixed bag with videos that don't really fit in anywhere, but we got a lot of mixed topics and we got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get going. First, I'd like to open a box from a viewer. The gentleman's name is Rick Gearhart, or Gerhart. I'm going to stick with Gearhart because it goes with our trade a little bit. So let's go do a box opening, and he sent a bunch of really cool stuff. So, some vintage stuff, some handmade, just some puzzles, just some cool stuff. Let's go open that box. Hey guys, welcome to the bench, and we're going to do a little viewer mail. This one comes to us from a gentleman by the name of Rick Gearhart, or Gerhart, from Tampa, Florida. Came in completely unexpected, and it looks like they must be still using up their Christmas boxes over there. I know I am. I've got a few that I ordered at Christmas time, and I'm still using some Christmas boxes. So Merry Christmas, Rick. And this is completely unexpected. Just says viewer appreciation on the top. So I have no idea what's in here. It's probably, I don't know, 15 or 20 pounds. Doesn't say. So let's get it open and see what Mr. Gearhart sent to us. Wow, look at all this. 2 grades, holy moly. You got 2 grades of Scotch-Brite. You got a gray and a red. Those are always handy. And wow, look at all this stuff. Got a Coke bottle first up. Maybe something special about it, this Coke bottle. Maybe it's a machinist puzzle. Get all the packing off of it here. Alright, so this is pretty interesting. He's got a wooden dowel inside of a Coke bottle, and I can tell you right now you're not going to be able to get that out. But the big question is how did he get the nuts and bolts put together on that? Oh, that's without, not a whole lot of room in between the dowel and the neck of that bottle. So that's actually pretty fun. And that's good for the kids. You give maybe some little thin wires or something to the kids and let them try to get it apart. I can feel that the nuts and the bolts are loose on the dowel. When I wiggle them, I can feel they're loose enough. You could probably just spin those nuts off of there and get it apart, but then get it back together is another trick. If there's a special trick, it'd be fun to know it. But that's a good conversation piece, and machinist puzzles are always kind of fun. Thanks for that, Rick. That's pretty good. So let's see if there's any other. See if there's a note in here or something. Oh, here's something. Okay. I make the roses in honor of all those that serve. My printer decided not to work today. Stan, thanks for your dedication to all the trades and making mention to our men and women who serve. Rick Gearhart. Okay. 9/11/2016. Yeah, that date just jumps out at me constantly. He makes the roses in honor of all those that serve. So he's made it looks like a rose out of a dollar bill here. There's old George right there. That's pretty cool. Actually, I'm going to put it right back in that little Tupperware. I don't want to damage that. I'll probably put that on display inside my office. He sent me 2 of them. There's another one. Very cool. Oh, there's another one. All right. There's another one there. So I got 3 dollar bill roses. Wow, this has got a lot of stuff in here. Tape measure, good for measuring things that are round or oddly shaped, or curved surfaces. But flexible tape measures are always a wonderful thing. Trailblazer a hobo tool. I think this is a cutlery set. Oh no. Oh, more puzzles. Oh, good Lord. Let's see, there's a note in here too. My niece is a medic in the Air Force. She asked me to start making these again. Her dad was in the Air Force, and she remembered the one I made for her dad when she was small. The inner cube represents our fallen soldiers, law enforcement, never to be forgotten. Last year, right before her deployment to Afghanistan, we were watching one of your shows. You nicked a finger and came back with electrical tape wrapped around your finger. I thought she was going to piss herself laughing. Next show was Tom Lipton. He did the same thing. That's all she talked about for the longest time. One of these is for your daughter. Thankful for her dedication to the medics field. These are kind of machinist puzzles. That little inner cube doesn't come out, but it's always a quandary how that got in there. They get machined in place, but still pretty cool. It's a cube within a cube. And he sent me 4 of them, so pretty cool. Thanks, Rick. I'll make sure my daughter gets one of those. Yes, I still use electrical tape to bandage up my hands. Oh, we got another Coke bottle puzzle, it looks like. More of the same. Yep, another one of those. Maybe I'll give one of those to my daughter. Oh, see, there's the nut and bolt loose. That second one up, I'm going to flip it. You can see it slide over. You can hear it. So, yep, that one's loose right there. So, maybe I'll give that to my daughter and let her try to figure out how to get those bolts off of there. So a bunch of awesome handcrafted stuff, you know, that's pretty cool. And let's see what else we got in here. This is a general box. It says it's a radius gauge set. Let's see if that's what's in here. Oh wow, it is. Nice case, radius gauge set. And there's something in here. It's all very nicely packaged. This looks like another puzzle maybe. What's this? Oh no, it's probably a spring-loaded tap follower. Let's see what he's got on here. I use on the lathe to tap. Cool. Yeah, nice size. I'd guess maybe a 3/4 or 5/8 shaft there. So pretty cool. Thanks for the tap follower. I actually will use it. I don't have one with that long of a travel. So pretty cool. I'll give that a polish and some gun glue too. See how it, keep it from rusting up on me. It'll look nice. Thank you, Rick. And that's I'm guessing you made that. It doesn't say on here. I use on the lathe to tap. I'm guessing you made that. You did a nice job, if you did. You know, there's a bolt box. This just says miscellaneous. Oh wow. Dowel pins, always handy. Carbide upright inserts. I actually use that size. Really old ones. Whoa! Packaging's coming loose. That's the TPG 322. I do use those. Some little round ones. I don't have anything that those will fit, but I might. Doesn't look too hard. I might be able to make something that they'll fit. Big round ones. Oh wow! All kinds of brazed carbide. Still with the wax on them, cosmoline, whatever. So we had a bunch of brazed on carbide. Cool. And there's another layer down here. Looks like some taps. Five-eighths 11. 3/4 10. Looks like a 5/16. Nope, 5/16. Cool. Got an interesting coating on them. Kind of a dull gray coating. Very cool, Rick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, they just keep on coming. What a great box. Let me get some of this out of the way. This is Ralmike's Toolorama, South Plainfield, New Jersey. What the heck is this? So a couple of gauge blocks. This is actually made by, and this is pretty interesting. If you look on the gauge deep in there, it says PTC Instruments. That's John Marcus's company over here in Los Angeles. So they were the actual manufacturer of this. That might be some kind of hardness tester or something. I don't know whether I can get the needle to move. Does it unlock somewhere? No. Is there any instructions with it? No. I believe this to be an early hardness tester. That's not a dial indicator. This is a little gauge block. It says 62 RC on it, 62 Rockwell. And this one is one that says, I don't know what this says on it. There's another one, 49 RC Rockwell. So this is a hardness tester. But it'd be interesting to see the intended use of it and how you actually use it. I'm going to contact my buddy John Marcus and see what he's got to say about it. It does have some instructions. What this is. Model 415C hardness tester provides a quick check on mixed or random heat-treated parts. So pretty cool. It's a hardness tester I can play with. Oh, I just found a note. Never could get this to work right. Maybe you or Tom could figure out what's wrong. Okay. Well, we've got a contact. We've got John over there at PTC Instruments, and this thing is branded. This is a rebranded tool. That Ralmike Toolorama isn't the manufacturer, but it does say PTC Instruments on it. So maybe John over there at PTC can help us out with that. So maybe we can get that working again. And it just keeps coming. Look at all this stuff. This is a box for a dial indicator. But this is really heavy for a dial indicator. I don't think this is what's in here. Saw this on a Russian forum last year, then saw it on Outside Screwball's channel. My first grind on my rebuilt Boyer Schultz and 612 Deluxe. I machined the pitch nut for the lead screw for the tower. Works great. There's a ball and spring holding the shaft in place. I made a copy of the one I've used for the last 30 years. 4140 and a 3/4 inch ball. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a multi-axis vise piece. We've got this with a flat on it that turns this way, and then on the back side he's got another pin here, so you can put this in your vise. Sorry, there's a bird on my roof. You can put this in your vise and it'll tilt in this direction and in this direction. All right, I gotta go throw a rock at that bird. I'll be right back. Okay, back. I had to go chase that bird off my roof. I've got a blue jay that's pretty brazen. He just loves to torture me. There's another type of work holding. Again with the flat on the bar, but this time he's just got a ball on the back, so that's kind of a 3-axis kind of work holding. Pretty cool. So that'd be good for square work and block work and things like that. This is really intriguing. This is retained. This flat on this one's retained, and the dowel on the back is somewhat retained, but if I push this one direction, I can feel the spring load on this, and if I keep going, I know there's going to be probably a spring and a ball behind here. I'm just going to pull back just a little bit. Yep. Right behind that dowel, you can see just the beginnings of a spring. And that's going to give me my retention for this right here. So pretty clever. I can see Rick does love his puzzles. So pretty cool there. And very nice job putting that together. That's a beautiful piece. All right, thanks. I'm going to put those in my mill drawer with all my other work holding things. What's this? This is taped up. Oh, wow. There's some brazed carbide boring bars, look like 1/2 inch. Oh, the APT brand, yeah. I've got some of their insert tooling. APT is actually pretty good stuff. Pretty cool, thanks. We can use these on the boring head or on the lathe, either one. Ah, geometric head, look at that. This is a, so we can figure out what size this thing is. Can't really read the brand name. There's a brand name right there. Hein, H-E-I-N, looks like. Okay. Let's see what the note says. The 2 arms, banjo arm and knurl knob were missing. 2 arms, that's these. Knurl knob, okay. Knurl knob were missing. This looks like a 9/16. There's a fine adjust there. Okay, I get it. That releases and that does a fine adjust. That's actually pretty cool. Mine has, I got a geometric brand and it's got double Allen wrenches. It says G2. I'll see if it fits my dies. That's going to be interesting. Pretty cool. Thank you. What else we got in here? Collet wrench. That should fit. That's probably going to fit a 5C. And this looks like a collet stop, a back collet stop. And let me grab a collet real quick. which it is. So there's a collet wrench. It's got the flat inside right here. It gets hold of your keyway here. And then this should thread into the back side of your collet. If it's threaded, which this one is. There we go. So this threads into the back side of your collet, and then you got a set screw and you can adjust your depth, and that gives you a good repetitive stop there in the back. And then this is small enough you can slip your collet wrench off after you tighten everything up. So pretty cool. These look like you made them, Rick. You just love making your own tools, and this thing's awesome. Nice bit of TIG welding there too. Let me get you in on that. See if we can focus on that. Catch the light. It's not focusing very good. Okay, pretty good though. Nice job. There's one more piece in this box. Wow, they just keep coming. You made a bunch of stuff. Well, hand-mounted deburring tool. He took one of the single hole, single flute countersinks and put it in a nice handle. So that's pretty cool. Take another one here. Oh, a little tri-knife. Looks like you ground that out of high-speed steel. That's a good use for your old dead end mills. Grind yourself a little tri-knife. Very sharp. Very nice. So that's a great little set. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Get some of this fluff out of here, and we got one more box. This out of here. And it's another Starrett box. He's packing some stuff in Starrett boxes. Wow, this is really a Starrett. Sat for so long and the crystal shrunk and fell out. Oh, what a shame. But there, I know a guy, Mark Rotowski, can fix this up. If we got a bad crystal, that's pretty easy for him to do. And this looks like to be a depth setup. Oh, wow. It's a V-groove setup. Look at that. And the indicator tip is just a very fine point. So I'll send this over to Mark Rotowski. Yes, it does not have a crystal. There's no crystal on it. So I'll send this over to Mark Rotowski and let him have a look at it. Something's locked up there. There we go. All right, so you'd set this down in a V-groove to measure a feature or a flat or something down in a V-groove. And you just press on that button, and that's going to give you your depth off of that tip. So pretty cool. But we'll get Mr. Mark Rotowski at MR Tool Repair to fix that up. And I thank you for that. Wow, what a box. This is pretty humbling, and I sure appreciate you going to all the trouble to make all this stuff, everything you made. You know, handmade tools are always a very welcome thing around the shop. You know, everything you made, the tap follower, the 5C setup, the multi-axis work holding, the deburring kit. You know, you made quite a bit of this stuff, and it's just wonderful to have, and I sure do appreciate it, Rick, and thank you very much. Okay, so thanks, Rick, for sending that over. Sure appreciate that. A lot of those tools I'm going to use here, and you'll see me using them on the show. You know, some of the tap followers and the work holding stuff you sent over. You know, that nothing better than a handmade tool, and I appreciate the time and effort you put into it. So thanks again, Rick. Next up, I got an email from a viewer up in Alaska. He goes by the name of Ron. I'm not going to use his last name, but Ron got inspired by one of my older videos to make a stand for a surface plate. You know, you can see the stand I got here for the surface plate, but it inspired him to make his own. So, and he sent me some pictures. So, and I thought it was pretty cool. I thought I'd show them here on the grind. So let's go take a look at Ron's surface plate stand. So we got a pretty good surface plate stand up there in Alaska now. Drawer, everything. Beautiful piece. Nicely done, Ron. Next up, we're gonna do another box opening, but this time it's from one of my old arch rivals. It's from Milwaukee. You know, I did a Sawzall review where the M18 Sawzalls were just dropping like flies, and at that point I had a lot of M18 stuff. And making the switch over to a different brand for your cordless tools, for someone that's just in the garage and maybe has one or two drills and one or two impacts, it's no big deal. But I have a lot of electric tools, and making the switch from brand to brand, batteries, chargers, everything, is a huge commitment and an expensive commitment. So I bought some more Milwaukee tools on the M18 line. This time it's the fuel. Let's go open the box and see what it's all about. Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and welcome to a Bar Z construction site. And being the sucker that I am, and never, I know probably in previous videos, I said Milwaukee's never going to get another dime out of me. You know what? A lot of people on the channel, a lot of people on that video said, hey, you're not using pro-grade stuff. So we're trying the fuel. This is still the same system we've been using. It's the M18 fuel by Milwaukee. But this is a brushless motor. My big complaint with the standard M18 tools is the brush card. Many of you that own the M18 know that the brush cards have a high failure rate very early. And the cycles and the cycle times are very low. And we're going to open up the M18 fuel and take a look at this kit. This one includes a drill driver, an impact, a sawzall, and a flashlight, and probably some kind of bag or something. So let's open this up and get a good look at it. First thing that jumps out of the box, we're dead there, nothing left to it. We've got a bag. It's a good sized Milwaukee bag. I use these for welding gear and things like that. So everything's inside this bag, neatly packaged. Carrying strap for the bag. Instruction cut sheets for all your various tools. They'd like to congratulate me on my purchase. Sawzall blade. Now what it does include is two of the XC 5.0s. They make 3 grades of batteries. They make a 2.0, a 4.0, and a 5.0. And they're all based on the runtime for the amp hours. So that is the lithium XC 5.0. Comes with one charger. A fuel drill driver. Fuel impact driver. There's the fuel sawzall. What's unique to this one The hook on the side, rather large, it's big enough for a handrail of a scissor lift or a roof rafter if you're working up on a wood construction type building. There's the brushless Sawzall. And last up is a work light, and this is the LED. The fuel is going to give you all the high-end tools, and this is not the quartz version. This is the LED version. So pretty nice. Can't wait to get a battery in it and check that out. And then there's one last accessory, and that is the handle for the drill that nobody ever installs. But that will go on your drill as a handle. Not that it would be needed, or not that I think it would be needed for a cordless. I don't think they have that much torque. But compact, absolutely. Lightweight, feels pretty good in your hands. I'm going to pause the camera. We're going to go grab one of my old standards and compare it in size and how it feels in your hand. Bring it right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get this bag out of here. And what I have here is a standard brush drill, and the brush card is actually almost out on this one. And here we have the unbrushed fuel. So size, slightly more compact. Not by much from head to tail. It's a little shorter. I would guess that's about an inch shorter from tip of the chuck to the back of the tool. Weight, you get the tip out of there. Weight is comparable. Still has the belt clip, although they've come up with a new type of belt clip. It's kind of a piece of flat bar. The old one was kind of a round rod right here. I like these. They're very smooth. You can slip them into your pocket and just hang them on your belt, tool belt, pocket, whatever. I do like these round wire ones. We'll see how that flat bar version holds up. This has a tool storage on the side. It kind of looks like a fuse holder right there, which is interesting. The other tools don't have that. And that is reversible. You can take this belt clip and switch it back and forth between the tool holder and the belt clip. Interesting. That's the drill. Let's take a look at the impact. Impact size, noticeably smaller. I've got it even on the back of the tool, but then the front of the tool, let's say, is a good inch shorter. Weight, a little bit lighter on the fuel. So getting into smaller spots. Diameter of the head between here and here, smaller. It's going to be interesting to check the run time on these, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of power they have. I like doing 6-month updates. After I've used something for 6 months, find out whether I still like it. People do box openings all the time and go, look at my brand new shiny tools. That tells me nothing. So we're going to follow up with this in 6 months and see how we still like them, or if we still love them. So let's see what this flashlight's all about. Okay, full battery. Oh, nice white light. Very focused beam, and the angled head is good. We can put that anywhere we want. Still got the same hook I remember seeing. It's got a hook back here that swings out. You can hang it on stuff. Stows away neatly. And LEDs, so the battery draw isn't huge. It doesn't build up a lot of heat. And it's a nice white light, so pretty good. All right, so that's new. Let's see what the Sawzall actually sounds like. Battery still plugs in from the back, like the older versions. Trigger lock, so you can't get it turned on inside your bag. No speed control on it, no knobs or anything to control the speed. Everything's with the trigger. This one does have an adjustable foot, which the other versions do not have. So it's got the adjustable foot on the fuel. Also new is a light. So you got a light to light your work out here at the end. The other Sawzalls do not have that. Quick blade release right here, similar to the other types of Sawzalls. Okay, look forward to using that. Let's throw our battery. I've just got an old M18. By the way, the fuels and the M18, the older M18s, all compatible. You don't have to switch your chargers, you don't have to switch your batteries. Everything's the same. Light comes on right away as soon as you plug the battery in, it'll let you know we're powered up. See how long that stays on. There it goes, going off in steps. Trigger lock again. Low speed, high speed, and we got drill, screw. Oh, it's actually a hammer drill too, which isn't too great, but it's a rotary hammer for doing maybe bricks or something. So I wouldn't want to drill straight concrete with it, but doing cinder block or red brick, it's fine for drilling that softer masonry. And it's got the same metal chuck that we kind of hate. I don't really like the Milwaukee chuck. Yeah, it's got the same kind of ratchet chuck that the other Milwaukees have. We'll see if they've made any improvements on that, but I'm not a fan of the Milwaukee chucks. Look at the impact. Okay, it's got something new down here. First of all, we've got a work light, which the other ones have too. And we'll wait for that to go off. Alright. And then it's got something new down here, a 1, 2, and 3, which I believe this is probably like a power setting. Okay, so on 1, I'm on 1 right here. I'm trying not to blind you. On 1, I got a very low speed. On 2, a little higher. 3, full speed. And it looks like that's a picture of a drill bit. It looks like we got a drilling mode, which is a ramp. It's actually a ramp start and a fast stop. So it actually ramps the motor up, which is actually kind of interesting. So this is new to the fuel, having the 1, 2, 3 and a drilling monitor right there. The other standards do not have that little panel there, but they still managed to fit all that in a more compact size. Pretty interesting. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this box opening. I'm gonna bring it back in 6 months after we've worked these things, see which ones are dead, see which ones lived. Like I say, box openings don't mean much to me when I'm shopping for a tool, but I like to know what happens later on. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, so that's the M18 kit. Open it up on the job site and put them to work the very same day. The batteries are the same and they're compatible with my older M18s. The newer fuel is just brushless and it's got some electronics inside. And I don't really trust box opening videos because, you know, you don't really know what the tool's all about. We're going to do a 6-month follow-up and I'm going to work them between then and now. So let's put them to work and we'll see how the fuel holds up. These are the finest that Milwaukee has to offer. All right, next up, I got an email from one of the Summer Bash attendees. He goes by the name of Alonzo Clark. And this is just kind of a public shout out. If you guys, if anyone's got a Boyer Schultz, either a 612 or 618, he's got one that's partially restored, and he's got another one I think that's like a donor type machine that, you know, you can get parts off of. But he's got a 612 and a 618. I think they're both hydraulic. I didn't get any pictures from him, but you can contact him here, this email address, if you're interested. He's in the Southern California area, down in the San Diego area. And so that's where your parts would have to come from if you got to arrange for shipping, if you got some heavy stuff. So Alonzo, hope you get your stuff sold and hope these things find a good home. But they are both Boyer Schultz, the older models. Next up, let's talk about a little trip I took. I was up in the Bay Area and I was talking to Chuck Bomarito over at Outside Screwball, and he said, hey, you know, do you want to go check out the Tank Ranch, or they also call it the Pony Tracks Ranch. But let's go visit the Pony Tracks Ranch. I met up with I'm not going to use their last names, but I met up with Paul and Ken over there, and also John Saunders was there on the tour. So we had a pretty good day of the Pony Tracks Ranch. Let's go have a look. Okay, and good time was had by all. We had a little snack before we went in over at Paul's. We went down and played around at the tank ranch and got to stick our head in a bunch of old military tanks and had a pretty good time doing it. There was also an Army 6x over over at Paul's. Here's my truck parked next to it. So that thing's pretty sizable, you know. It makes my truck look like a little pipsqueak next to it. So it's pretty cool. We took a ride in Paul's Humvee. That was a pretty good ride. He's got Duramax diesel in it, and it's got some low end torque. Let's put it that way. It's got some good bottom end. I believe that thing could climb trees. Last up, and we're going to close the show with this. If you haven't already subscribed, you need to go over to a place. The guy's channel name is Joe Piezinski. It's spelled P-I-E, C-Y Zinski. People slaughter my last name, and I'm not even going to attempt his. But go over there and check him out. Got a lot of good little tips. Little short videos, straight and to the point, clear and concise. Check out Joe Piezinski. Tell him Bar Z sent you. His company's name is Advanced Innovations. So that sounds like research and development or possibly a prototyping company. But check him out. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Grind. I appreciate you sticking around. I know it ran a little long, but I know your time is valuable, and I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys.